Volume is the space that a figure occupies, or the amount of space something takes up. So the formula for a cube, so a cube is a rectangular prism that has all squares. So the formula of a cube is volume equals side cubed. So length times width times height, side, 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 since all the sides are the same. Cavaliere's principle is that no matter if you have a right prism or an oblique prism, the volume is still going to be the same. So if you look at these boxes that are stacked up, they're still taking up the same amount of space, whether it's going up and down or side to side. So the volume of any prism, whether it's right or oblique, is volume equals area of the base, so B stands for the area of the base, times the height. So B equals area of the base. A volume of a cylinder is the area of the base, which is a circle, so r squared pi, and then times the height. So right here, find the volume of each figure. So you're going to write the formula. Volume is the area of the base times the height. But in this case we have a cylinder, so it's r squared pi times the height. So in this one the r is 6. So volume equals 6 squared pi times 10. So if we want to do exact, what we would do is multiply 6 squared, which is 36, times 10. So exact is 360 pi. The units are going to be cubed. Volume is cubed. Area is squared. Perimeter is just perimeter, meters, centimeters. And then if we want to get an approximate, we would put that in our calculator. And you would round. So whatever that is when you put it in your calculator. And then over here is an oblique prism or cylinder, so you're still going to use the same formula. So it's going to be r squared 8 pi times h. So this is the area of the base, so this radius is 4, so it's going to be 4 squared pi times 12. So volume equals 16 pi times 12. So multiply 16 and 12 and you get 192 pi centimeters cubed. That's exact. So if you approximate, you're going to put it in your calculator. Okay, so this one, these are my bases. So I'm going to do volume equals area of the base times the height. The height connects the two bases. So I have to find the area of this triangle. It's an equilateral triangle. So if you remember, if I have 3, 3, 3, area of a triangle is, you could do two ways. You could do area is 1/2 base times height, or you could do area equals 1/2 BC sine of A, where this angle is 60 degrees. I'm going to do the exact value. Or not the exact value, but I'm going to do the simplified square root run. So this is going to be 1.5. And this is going to be 1.5 root 3 because it's a special right triangle. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area of the triangle is 1/2 the base, which is 3, times the height, which is 1.5 root 3. So this is going to be 2.25 root 3 when it's done. So the volume equals 2.25 root 3 times the height, which is 9. And then you can simplify that. So it is 20.25 root 3, and then it's feet cubed. And then over here you have a prism. I'm going to use this as my base, the blue part. Technically you could use this side and this side, or this side and the back side, but I'm going to use the blues as my base. So volume equals area of the base times the height. So the area of the base of this blue rectangle is 2 times 3. And the height of the prism is 7. So volume equals 42 meters cubed. Okay, then the next shape, look at this one, how it's actually 2 prisms together. If you can cut 2 different ways. I'm going to actually cut down here. Pretend I took a saw and I just cut this out right here. You'd have this blue figure and red figure. So what I'm going to do to get the volume is I'm going to add the volume of the red figure plus the volume of the blue figure. So the volume of the red figure is area of the base times height. So the base, I'm going to let be 2 by, okay, so this one is 2 by 4. So the base is 2 by 4 and the height is 8. Plus, this base right here has to be, this distance has to be 2, because if this is 4 and all the way across the 6, this has to be 2. So this is 2 by 2, 2 by 2. So it's 2 times 2 times, the height is 3. So volume equals 8 times 8, which is 64, plus 4 times 3 is 12. So volume equals 76 feet cubed. And then over here is another oblique prism, so you're going to do the same thing. So volume equals area of the base times the height. So the area of the base is 7 by 7 times the height, which is 16. So the volume is 784 centimeters cubed. And this one I'm going to cut out the shapes too. I'm going to break them up into 2. I'm going to take this one. You don't have to cut it the way I do right here. So I'm going to do red plus blue. So red is, this distance has to be 12. If this is 16 and you're cutting out 4, this has to be 12. So it's 12 by 12 by 5. So it's 12 times 12 times 5. And the blue one is, this is 4 by 9 by 12. So when you add both of those together, you'll get 1392 meters cubed. And then the last shape is, this blue part is a cylinder, and then the red part is a prism. So I'm going to take the area or the volume of the blue one, which is area of the base times the height, which is a half, it's actually a half of a circle. So I do half r squared pi times the height. So if this distance is 11 and all the way is 15, it means that the radius needs to be 4. The height of the cylinder is 6. So I'm going to do volume equals 1/2 r squared, r is 4, times pi times the height, which is 6, plus the volume of this box, which is 11 times 6 times 12. So when I put that in my calculator, or if I do, I can do exact on this. So I do 4 squared 16, 16 divided by 2, 8, 8 times 6 is 48. So exact is 48 pi plus 792. That's exact. When I approximate, I get 942.8 inches cubed.